Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am bringing you sort of a different kind of video. Basically, I'm trying to give you some sort of a guidance when it comes to makeup shopping, especially if you're more of a beginner or intermediate when it comes to makeup. Today I am showing you which kind of products are completely a must for your personal makeup kit, because I know that there have been so many launches in the market lately, makeup-wise, that it can be a little bit overwhelming and confusing to actually understand which products everyone should have in your makeup kit. So I'm showing you every single type of makeup product that I feel like it's a complete must and everyone should have, independently of brand and, finish and stuff. So I have this first right here, which says makeup and smell the coffee, so it's perfect for me. And this was actually a gift from a friend of mine, so thank you if you are watching this. But basically I have put together every single product that I feel like it's completely a must. So something that I'm not really going to go deeply in this video is skincare, but skincare is a must and you should always have a skincare routine that is appropriate for your skin type and for your skin needs. But I have some videos talking about skincare, like my previous video and my skincare video, so if you want to learn a little bit more on that topic, just check those videos. So the first product that I want to talk about is primer. The one that I've picked to show you is this one from NYX. This is the Angel Veil and it's their skin perfecting primer. Primer is key when it comes to makeup longevity. Like, it will help you locking in the makeup and it will help it stay wherever you put it. Like, it will help you keeping it from moving around throughout the hours. And also, primer is amazing to help you smoothen out your skin. So it basically helps smoothing out and even out the skin texture. And along with your skincare, there are primers that help you control some skin issues like blemishes or excessive oil, which is something that I always look for myself. So yeah, primer has these amazing functions that will help you along with your skincare to create a flawless base for makeup application. So the next product that I want to show you is foundation. I brought to you this one. This is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Invisible Cover Foundation. I know that this is really pricey, but I just wanted to show you this one because this is my favorite, and obviously you have drugstore ones and a lot more high-end ones. I love using foundation because it helps even out the skin tone and make it look a little bit more airbrushed, but I know that some people don't really go for foundation, and you can always skip foundation or use something lighter like a BB cream or a CC cream and stuff. And that is something that I also want to talk about. When it comes to foundation, you don't have to go for full coverage foundations or like this that it's a little bit heavier. You can pick the kind of coverage that you want. And you can also pick the finish, like you can go for more satin or matte or luminous finishes, you choose. And something that I would highly recommend to you if you are now starting off with makeup is go for something that it's a little bit more lighter coverage, but something that you can build up. Like, if you buy something that it's medium coverage, you are already starting off with, a good amount of coverage. But if you want to try full coverage, you can build it up until then, like it happens with this foundation. But if you don't really enjoy seeing medium and full coverage, you obviously can go for lighter coverage. This is just my personal opinion and my honest advice for all of you. And by the way, when it comes to picking the foundation shade, keep this in mind. You are not supposed to try it on your wrist because this will not give you the right shade. You're not supposed to try it in the back of your hand. This will not give you the right shade either. So where do you try your foundation? You try it in this area right here, like the end of your cheek, like in the jawline area, until here, in more or less the middle of your neck. And the goal is for it to kind of disappear in this area, like it is supposed to be completely equal to your skin in this area foundation shade. And this is not the time to pick something darker. If you want to look bronzed, this is not the time for it, because if you pick a foundation that is not your shade, it's just going to look a little bit weird, like you used self-tanner but it went really wrong. But if you want to know how you can make yourself look a little bit more tan, just wait a few steps because I will talk about that shortly. So next I want to talk about concealer. The one that I want to show you guys is this one from NARS. This is the Radiant Creamy Concealer. This is really amazing. I love this formula, and I know that this is also on the pricier side, but there are cheaper concealers than this one. When it comes to concealer, I don't really need to spot conceal because I don't have that many, you know, spots that I want to hide on my face. I only use my concealer in strategic areas to highlight them. I use them under my eyes and in my chin a little bit on my forehead, and also in the bridge of my nose. So for that effect, I always go for a little bit of a lighter shade than my actual skin color. And if you are using the concealer for that purpose, you should always go a little bit lighter, because if you want to highlight, you have to go for something lighter. It makes sense. But if you want to spot conceal something, I would highly recommend to you to buy a concealer exactly in your skin color. It has to be a perfect match, because you want to spot conceal and do not have like a weird patch that doesn't match the rest of your skin on your face. And I would also recommend to you to go for a thicker consistency. Like NARS has, I think it is the Radiant Concealer, but in tiny pots, and it's a thicker formula. So if you want to spot conceal, I would recommend to you to go for that, or even for more high coverage concealers, because I feel like this is a little bit more on the sheer side. It has like a medium coverage, but there are ones that have a lot more coverage if you want to spot conceal. But when it comes to spot conceal, something that I want to talk about is that if you have a color in the spot that you want to conceal that is not supposed to be there, it's not your skin color, like for instance you have blemishes, or if you have dark circles, you should always color correct. And the color correcting product that I want to show you is this one from Naked Skin by Urban Decay, and this is the color correcting fluid, and I use it on the shade Peach because I have more of a green kind of dark circles. And basically what color correcting does for you is it cancels out that pigmentation that you have in there and that it's not supposed to be there, so you don't have to use as much concealer or foundation to cover it up. You cancel out that color instead of creating a thick barrier for that pigmentation not to see through. So if you have rosacea, or if you have pimples or dark circles, you can always look for color correcting products like this. And there are many shades because this is just color theory, but you can always Google which shade is more appropriate to you depending on the kind of color that it's on your skin and that you want to cancel out. So that is it for essential creamy formulas that I feel like everyone should have in your personal makeup kit. So now we are moving on to powders. The first powder that I want to show you, and that I feel like it's so neglected by most makeup beginners and even intermediates, it's powder. Powder is essential to have in your personal makeup kit. One of my golden rules when it comes to powder is you set creamy formulas with powders, and that's what you do. Basically, powders will help you locking in your makeup and make it stay. Like, it will help it not transfer, it will help it stay in place, so it's just amazing. And the one that I use and absolutely love is this one from Laura Mercier, and it's in the shade Translucent, as you can see in here. And you know, if you want your makeup to last, this is something that you should really have. So the next product that I feel like everyone should have absolutely is bronzer. The one that I want to show you is this one from Benefit. This is the Hula bronzer. You probably know this because this is really well known. And I have the classic shade, but you have a lighter and a darker one in case you need it. This is the time for you to give some sun-kissed look to your face. Basically, bronzer will help you bring back those shadows that your face naturally has and that are completely gone after foundation and powders and concealers and stuff. So yeah, this is the time to bring back some dimension to your face, and now to bronze you a little bit. Obviously, you should not go overboard with bronzer. You don't want to apply it all over your face. You want to apply it in the areas that you would already naturally have some sort of shadow on your face. As you can see, I apply it like in this area, in here, in my forehead, in the sides of my nose. So yeah, I use it to give some dimension to my face, to shape it a little bit. This is not contouring, I just do a little bit of bronzing, and it obviously returns a healthy looking effect to your skin. The next product that I want to show you, it's kind of controversial because for me it's a must, but I know that some people don't really enjoy using it, and it's blush. I love using blush just for the sake of making my skin look a lot more healthy. And the one that I love to use is Orgasm from NARS. This is a shimmery kind of blush. I just love using blush for the reason that I've told you, and because it brings back more of that skin feeling, you know, because it brings some color. Your face naturally has colors in it. It's just not light and shady. And this one is honestly my favorite. And when it comes to blushes, I know that it can be a little bit overwhelming because there are so many finishes, so many colors. But basically what I would recommend to you if you are now starting to look into blushes is you have multiple finishes. If you want your blush to be a little bit more shimmery because you want to have that radiant effect on your face, obviously go for more shimmery shades. If you just want that color to be there, you have matte formulas. And when it comes to the shade, my hypothetical rule would be to don't go way too dark for your skin color, don't go way too light. Pick something that is more appropriate for your skin tone. Like if you're super fair, don't go for super dark blushes, and if you're super dark, don't go for way too light brushes. So next, another product that it's kind of neglected, not as much anymore, but it's still a little bit neglected, is setting spray. Setting spray is key. It will help you melting in the products into your skin, and you know, they kind of melt together and they blend perfectly into each other. Obviously you have to blend them first, but this will help with blending the products together. And after applying powders and stuff, your face might look a little bit too powdery, so it will help getting rid of that because everything will melt together and it will bring back some natural kind of skin. And it will also make your makeup stay in place. It will lock them and make it last so many hours. So it obviously will help you with makeup durability. And I have two that I want to show you. This is All Nighter from Urban Decay, my old OG. I love this. This is amazing. And I also have this one from NYX. This is the matte finish long lasting setting spray. I have used it only once because it's new, and I honestly really loved it. I am actually new to NYX. I haven't used that many products from them, but as far as I have tried lately, I have been loving it. But yeah, these are two options. This is cheaper and this is more on the pricey side, and they are good options. So next we are moving on to another product that it's optional for some people. It's highlighter. I am bringing you this one from Becca. This is in the shade Moonstone, and this is what it looks like on the inside. I love this highlighter so much. It's my favorite. I've tried others, but this still has my heart. Basically, highlighter will give you back that radiance and shine to your face, so it will make you look, in my opinion, alive again and healthy. But I know that some people don't enjoy seeing highlighter. And when it comes to highlighter application, I love applying it after using my setting spray, just because my skin is still a little bit wet from this, so it will pick up the product way better after applying the setting spray. And obviously after applying this, I go over with my setting spray again. And by the way, one thing that I didn't mention but that I find really useful is that I use my setting spray in between steps. Like for instance, after I apply my creamy formulas, I use my setting spray. After applying powders, I use my setting spray. And basically what it does, it sets your makeup as you go, so it makes it last way longer. It's just a trick that I use. But when it comes to transfer proof and making your makeup last really long hours, I have a video dedicated to it and it's full of tips and tricks. So if you want to check it out, it's my previous video, and trust me when I say that I have really good tips in there. But anyways, moving on to the next product, I want to show you eyeshadow palettes. This is something that you have a really big variety, but I love this one. This is the Soft Glam from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is what it looks like on the inside. I feel like this is super appropriate for makeup beginners because it has like more neutral shades, and it has some shimmers and some matte eyeshadows, and it has black eyeshadow, which I really love to have, especially when it comes to people that don't have that many eyeshadow palettes. Going for one that has a black eyeshadow is a must, just because you can even use this as an eyeliner. And that's actually something that I also want to talk about. Basically, when you are starting out, if you don't have that much budget, you should always opt for multi-use products, even if they don't say explicitly. For instance, you can use your bronzer as a transition shade or as your only eyeshadow. You can perfectly use it. Just like blush, you can also use your blush as an eyeshadow. And when it comes to eyeshadow palettes, for instance, you can use the black eyeshadow as an eyeliner, and you can use the color that is the closest to your eyebrow color to fill in your brows if you don't have the budget to also buy eyebrow products. So yeah, that is a really smart thing to do when it comes to people that don't have that budget to go and buy every single type of product. And by the way, when you are a beginner, I would highly recommend to you to look for more neutral kind of eyeshadows, just because you are still working your way into eyeshadows. You are still, learning how to blend and to apply eyeshadows. So neutral eyeshadows are always a safer option if you are a beginner. It's easier to work with them and to create looks that you can use in more events. That is, you have a palette that is more versatile, because you can perfectly use this to, do a soft glam look and go to work, or you can use this to go hanging out with your friends at a party. Obviously not now because we are in the middle of a pandemic, but you got the point. Like, you have a really big variety in here, so you can have so many different looks coming from these palettes. It's completely amazing. But anyways, the next product that I want to show you, and that I used to neglect so much, and I'm actually kind of embarrassed of those times, is mascara. I used to think, I have super long lashes, why would I need mascara? Like, you do. Okay, basically, no matter how long your lashes are, after applying every single product, your eyelashes will just fade away in the middle of those products, and they will get some concealer and foundation and some powder, so they can even look, like white. So basically, mascara will give them back their color, intensify them, and you can also look for mascaras that, give them a lot more volume and density and length. So you pick the finish that you want to see in yourself. And this one that I'm showing you is the Better Than Sex waterproof formula from Too Faced. This is my favorite mascara, but you have cheaper options and more expensive ones. You pick according to your budget. But I know that L'Oreal Paradise is really, really good as well, and Maybelline and some other brands have amazing mascaras too. And by the way, guys, a trick that I also want to talk to you about is whenever you are working on your lashes, before applying mascara, you should always curl your lashes, because it will lift them up so much. It will give them shape and they will look flawless, basically. So I always curl them before applying my mascara. And if you do one eye with curling and the other one without curling them and apply mascara, it's like the curler will intensify the mascara effect and make it look a lot more visible, and it's amazing. And you can even buy a curler at Primark, probably by €2 or something. So yeah, you can go really cheap on your curler. I've been using mine from Primark and I love it, but I kind of need to replace it, because the reason why I didn't show you the curler is because it's worn out and it has some clear signs of that. So anyways, I need to buy a new one. But yeah, that's a trick that I always use and that I find really, really precious and crucial. So the last product that I want to show you guys is lipstick. Oh god, when it comes to lipstick, you have so many finishes. You have shiny lipsticks, you have those that look like vinyl, you have matte lipsticks. You basically just want to pick the formula that you feel the most comfortable with. And now that we are in the middle of a pandemic and we basically have to use a mask, I would highly recommend to you to look for more matte formulas, because they are more transfer proof. Basically, they are pretty transfer proof. If you are a beginner, you are still trying to, learn how to be precise applying lipstick, and that's a skill that, kind of takes some time to grow. So I would highly recommend to you to look for more neutral shades, because if you're not that precise and your edges of your lips don't look that sharp, it won't be as noticeable. So it kind of gives you some time to learn and to figure out how to make your lips look really sharp and perfect. And the one that I want to show you is this one from Kat Von D. This is in the shade Ludwig, and it's the Everlasting Liquid Lipstick. I love this formula. This is so comfortable. It lasts so much. Like, this is actually the second time that I'm filming this video. Short story, basically, I was filming it with a zoom. I don't know if you have ever filmed on iPhone. Basically, you have that thing that zooms in or out, and I have the three cameras. Basically, I zoomed out a little bit and it ruined the quality of the video, so I had to film it again. But anyways, I have been talking for so many hours because I have filmed an IGTV and it's the second time that I'm trying to film this video, and it's here. I love it. It lasts so long and it's so comfortable, and I have super dry lips and I have never found something that was this comfortable, so I was really amazed by the formula. And this is in a neutral shade, obviously, and I feel like this is the perfect shade for me. And I don't really have that many lipsticks, but I have quite a few, and I have never found a shade that I loved as much, so no matter how many I have, I always go for this one. This is my OG of lipsticks, definitely. So yeah guys, that is it for this video. These are all the products that I feel like everyone should have in their personal makeup kit. Not necessarily these brands or this specific product, but I feel like these are products that everyone should have. These are, for me, the key essentials for your personal makeup kits. So yeah, I hope this video was helpful and that you could take some really useful tips out of this, and that you feel a lot more confident the next time that you go makeup shopping. I would love to hear your feedback, so don't forget to leave it down below. And also, I didn't talk about brushes in this video because I didn't want to be super long, but if you want me to do a video dedicated to like key brushes that everyone should have, also leave that suggestion in the comments down below. But yeah guys, if you like this video, don't forget to leave it a like, and also if you enjoy watching my content, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, because as I always say, it's an amazing way of supporting me and helping me grow my channel. So yeah guys, I enjoyed filming this video. This was quite a different video, but I had so much fun filming it and gathering all of these tips for you. So yeah, bye, and I hope to see you in my next video.